Welcome parents! We're excited that you are joining us for our 5th grade coming into 6th grade orientation. We have a lot of information to share with you and we want to get started. After this presentation, this will all be available to you online where you're able to see this video as many times as you want. You'll have access to our school tour, our Minecraft tour that our wonderful broadcast students made, and also the video to meet your teachers. All of those things will be embedded through this video, but in case you want to go back and look, it's there. So during this meeting today, we're going to be sharing a lot of information. We're going to be introducing ourselves. We're going to show a video to meet your 6th grade teachers, information about our school, and thank you to the parents that submitted questions for us. We do have a question and answer segment for the frequently asked questions that we received. And then the school tours, and then the important dates for your 6th grade students. So my name is Dr. Amy Smith, and I'm the principal at Suzanne.
I am Matt Spinagati. I'm the assistant principal here at Suzanne Middle School.
I'm Diana Sevis, and I'm the 6th grade counselor.
So we're going to get started with our presentation on just a lot of information. Hi, my name is Dr. Smith and I'm the principal here at Suzanne Middle School. I know the move from elementary to middle school can be a big change in your life, but I want to assure you that we are here for you. Between our amazing teachers, our great counselors, and our great administration, we are here to support you every step of the way. And now I'd like you to meet your 6th grade teachers.
Hi, I'm Mr. Tran.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Luna.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ujita.
Hi, I'm Miss Hong.
Now we're going to tell you a little bit about language arts.
We know the transition to 6th grade can be daunting, but we're here to help you.
We want you to be effective communicators by continuing to read, write with purpose, listen intently, and speak confidently with others.
Throughout the year, we'll be doing all sorts of writing. You'll get a chance to tell your story through narratives. You'll support your ideas through argument and expository writing, all through Writer's Workshop.
In addition to writing, we'll be reading literature. Well, we won't give away the titles yet, but just know you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll gasp, waiting to turn to the next page. Besides reading literature, we'll read a lot of informational text too.
Learning how to speak with confidence is important. We will help you achieve this through collaborative discussions and presentations.
Let's talk about typing. Do you type like this? Use this summer to practice typing. There are many free typing games online. The goal is 40 words per minute.
Last order of business? Read. Read anything. Graphic novels, comic books, novels. An extra 10 minutes 4 times per week equals 1,440 minutes of extra reading throughout the school year. 20 minutes of reading per day exposes readers to 1.8 million words per year. 1.8 million.
Reading will be really important. Students will be held accountable for independent reading.
How many of you play sports? The more you practice, the more stamina you build.
The same idea applies to reading. This summer, practice reading. Build your stamina.
We look forward to meeting you this August.
Now, let's meet some other teachers.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Flick.
I'm Mr. Prager.
Welcome to 6th grade PE.
In the video you're about to watch, you're going to see a typical day in the life of 6th grade PE, such as locker room procedures
Pre-activity warm-ups.
and typical activities you'll be doing throughout the school year.
We look forward to seeing you in the fall.
I'm Mr. Gautreaux. I, along with Mr. Monty, teach 6th grade social studies. In this class, you will learn to be geographers, archaeologists, and historians as we travel back in time to study early periods of hominins, the era of Mesopotamia, and ancient times of Egypt. In addition to this topic, you will research and analyze documents, capture and identify primary and secondary sources, and utilize technology to bring the past to life. History is important. We learn about the past so it can inform us about our future. Let's meet your 6th grade science teachers.
That's Miss Rendon. I'm Miss Talampis. And that's Mrs. Quintero. We're your 6th grade science team. 6th grade science is about observing, exploring, questioning, and communicating through the next generation science standards. We can't wait to spark your curiosity through science. See you next year.
Hi Challengers, I'm Miss Adrid, and that's Mrs. Min, and we're the 6th grade math team. There's a lot to be learned in math, whether you're an advanced or a regular student. In 6th grade, we transition from concepts that are concrete to ones that are a little bit more abstract. You'll be learning critical thinking and problem-solving skills that will prepare you for the real world. Ratios, equations, geometry, and statistics are just some of the topics you're going to master this year. We look forward to helping you grow into young, powerful mathematicians.
Enrichment classes are going to be an important part of your education. On top of core subjects, you'll get to explore your creativity through music, art, or technology. I'm Mr. Blackstone. That's Mrs. Garvin. 6th grade orchestra is the first opportunity for kids to learn how to play violin, viola, cello, or bass. Regardless of whether you are a beginner or already play a string instrument, we will all work together to create a fun learning experience. Students in the 6th grade band have the opportunity to learn to play wind or percussion instruments. Band and orchestra is a year-long class, and students will perform in concerts at least 3 times. Students become musically literate and begin the process of learning to create or arrange their own music. The latest brain research tells us that playing a musical instrument is the most effective way to stimulate whole brain activity and brain growth, which leads to advanced higher thinking skills. So come have some fun and grow your brain with Mrs. Garvin and I.
Now, I'm going to tell you about the enrichment classes. Students on the enrichment wheel will be assigned to classes such as art, robotic coding, and Project Lead the Way.
That is Mr. St. Amant. He is an artistic genius. In art class, you'll be introduced to activities and projects in a variety of art mediums, including drawing, oil pastels, colored pencils, ink washes, and paper collage. That's Mr. Sakeli. He teaches our STEAM robotic vehicle coding class. In this classroom, you'll be engaged in hands-on learning with different coding systems and a robot named Sparky. This high-interest class has many real-world job applications. You'll work with partners to experience the successes and frustrations of problem-solving a complex robot. Lastly, we have Mrs. Silcock and Ms. Talampis. They teach Project Lead the Way. Through technology and hands-on experience, you will be placed in one of 3 Project Lead the Way courses: Design and Modeling, Computer Science, or Medical Detectives. This class will empower you to lead your own discovery. This hands-on classroom will give you the opportunity to develop essential skills such as problem solving, critical and creative thinking, communication, collaboration, and perseverance. We're going to turn it over to Mrs. Aceves, your 6th grade counselor.
Suzanne Middle School is a phenomenal place to be.
We have an extraordinary network of supportive teachers, staff, and administrators that really care about each and every one of you. We don't expect you to be perfect. In fact, we don't want you to be perfect. You will make mistakes, but you'll learn so much about yourself because of them. As you embark on your journey, your imagination will run wild as you read. Your brain will wrestle through equations. Your hands will create through art, music, and technology. Your eyes will see into the historical time periods. Your arms and feet will endure but thrive through action. Your curiosity will be sparked through science. We know you're going to learn so much this year. Your teachers cannot wait to meet you.
So this is Suzanne Middle School, and some of the great things that are going to be going on include your 6th grade classes. So every single student at Suzanne in 6th grade will have a language arts class, a math class, a social studies class, a science class, a PE class, and enrichment. They're all going to look a little bit different. We do tailor our schedules for our students. In math specifically, we do have 2 levels. We have our Common Core Math 6 and our Common Core Advanced Math 6. Right now is the time that your students should be taking their 5th grade math placement test if they haven't done so already. So hopefully in the next weeks you'll be having that math placement test, and we do look at that for placement. And we wanted to share with you, I know it's going to be a lot of information, but we wanted to share the math sequence for getting ready for high school. As 5th graders, we want you to know as much information so when you get to that point in high school, you're ready. So on the image behind me, you're going to see the slide for what options you have in 6th grade. And as mentioned, you can go into Common Core Math 6 or Advanced Math 6. Based on that, for next year in 7th grade, you either will go into Common Core Math 7, Advanced Math 7, or Algebra. Then from there, we have a few more options for 8th grade. For 8th grade, you'll see that there's a linear way to move on. So if you're in Common Core Math 6, Common Core Math 7, you can go into Common Core Math 8. If you are in Advanced Math 6 and you go into Advanced Math 7 or Common Core Algebra 1, you have a few more options for 8th grade. You can either go into Algebra or Geometry. And that places you in the far section, the 9th grade, where you're going to go in for your freshman year. And I know that's a lot of information, but we try to reiterate this as often as we can because we do know that a lot of students, a lot of parents want to be in the higher level math classes when they go into 9th grade. So there's a lot of options. At the beginning of the school year in August, whether or not you're placed into Common Core or Advanced, you will have the opportunity for a placement test retake in August. So when you get your schedule, there's nothing to panic about. We give you an opportunity to advance if you choose to. So regardless of what that placement test shows now, there is opportunity to continue to move forward.
Similar to math, there are 2 language arts classes that our 6th graders can start out in. The first is Integrated Language Arts 6 and then Advanced Language Arts 6. So you might ask yourself, how does my student qualify for Advanced Language Arts in 6th grade? The district office will email out results of the students who placed in advance. Those results are based on 3 factors. The first is your students' reading level when they are leaving 5th grade, their benchmark score at the end of 5th grade, and their trimester grades throughout 5th grade. Using those 3 pieces, the district will then decide where that student is best going to be placed, and you'll be notified of that within the coming weeks.
So here at Suzanne, we offer 3 elective courses. So they have an opportunity to join the enrichment rotation where students have a quarter of STEAM, a quarter of art, and a semester of Project Lead the Way. There's also Cadet Band, where students can choose from 10 different band instruments, and they have an opportunity to perform in concerts and travel. It's really exciting. So this class is open to beginners and to advanced musicians. And then we also have string orchestra, where students can learn to play the violin, the viola, the cello, or the bass in an ensemble. And it's a year-long class, and it's also for beginners and for advanced musicians.
I know a lot of questions were given to us about our schedule, and so as of right now, our schedule is 5 days a week, full-time. So we do have our first class starting at 7:40, and that's our advisement period. So their first period, teacher will go through some social emotional learning strategies. It's where we show our broadcast. So every student on campus has advisement. And as you can see, there are 6 classes. This is a Monday rotation, and that's going to come into play in just a second. So we do have, for 6th grade, we have 1 snack and 1 lunch. One question that's frequently asked is, will our 6th graders be having lunch with our 8th graders? And so we do have 2 lunches at Suzanne. So our 7th grade gets to split between first lunch and second lunch. So 6th graders do have first lunch, and that is at 11:37 every day. Thursdays, we do get out at 12:30. So that is a little bit of a different schedule. All of our schedules are in what we call our binder reminder, and that's where students write down their homework, has their schedules, maps, and things like that. So we'll be giving you that during our materials pickup at the beginning of the year. So one of the great things that we have at Suzanne is we call it a rotating schedule. We all know that our students are super energetic in the morning and then kind of fade a little bit after lunch. So we try to share the experience for all students. So if you notice Monday, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. Then you go to Tuesday, we skip that B, and that goes to the end of the day. So it's A, C, D, E, F, B. Wednesday, as you can see, they change every day just to provide opportunities for teachers to experience students when they're really excited and then a little tired in the afternoon. This also helps with our PE classes so that at the end of the day, that same class isn't out there super hot every day.
A lot of the questions we received were about clubs or after-school activities available to our 6th grade students. And I'm happy to say we have a lot of different clubs that our 6th graders can join. They have a lot of opportunities to find things that are interesting to them or that maybe they can participate in with their friends. Some of those clubs include things like Care Club, Photography Club, Conservation Club. The list goes on and on. The main thing to remember is that they announce all of the club activities and when the clubs are meeting during our morning broadcast. So students really need to pay attention to the morning broadcast so that they get an idea of what's being offered to them, when they're supposed to go and meet, where they're supposed to meet, and they can go and try out and see what they're really enjoying and see what they want to keep participating in. On top of clubs, we also offer several different sports that our students can participate in. So if your student's athletic or enjoys playing sports, or maybe has never played a sport before and wants to try it out, they're welcome to come out, same deal. They'll be explaining it on the morning broadcast, when it is, what the opportunity is, where to meet. Some of the sports we offer are football, volleyball, and cross country in the fall. In the winter, we offer basketball, and in spring, we have track and field.
So I want to tell you a little bit about Parent Portal. Parent Portal is where you can access your students' grades, and it's pretty accurate in real time. So it's very important for parents to make sure that they do create a Parent Portal account. And to be able to access this, you can go through our Suzanne Middle School website. And to create an account, you're going to need your student's permanent ID number and verification code, which you will receive during the registration process in August. To begin the registration process and having your students come to Suzanne, students who come from our elementary schools do automatically roll over into our system. You do need to register your student for an enrichment class. In order to do that, you will need to sign into your student's Google account and then access the enrichment form that is posted below. You're going to enter your student's information, and then you're going to review the enrichment descriptions and options with your students to make sure that you are selecting the courses that are a best fit for your student. You're going to select a first choice and a second choice. And the registration will be open from May 11th through May 18th. So it's really important for everybody to register for an enrichment, or else I will select one for them.
Q&A.
So we opened up a question and answer document through an email sent to families, and we received a lot of questions back. Many of those questions we've answered in this past part of the presentation to do with schedule, clubs, activities, sports. Here are some of the additional questions that were posed to us that we wanted to make sure everyone is aware of. The first one had to do with dress code. A lot of questions about dress code or uniform. Here at Suzanne, we do not have a uniform. Our students do have a dress code that is available to all families on the school website. It is also given to all students and families in our planner that all the students will get at the beginning of the year. It's going to look a little different next year, but it's something like this. All students receive this planner when they register, and it has all the relevant information inside. The main thing to remember with uniform is it's focused around safety. So making sure we have closed-toed shoes and that all those things, that our students are safe when they're on campus. The second main question we received was about precautions that we're taking next year with COVID-19. Obviously, it's a very complicated question. We're working very closely with public health. We have weekly meetings to find out what the requirements are going to be, what the expectation is for our students and for our staff to make sure that everyone on site is safe. It's impossible to say what the requirements will be in August of this year for the student return. But there are many things that we've put into place that we know will stay in place throughout this next school year. Those things are, we have hand washing stations placed around the school where students can easily access a place to get soap, water, and wash their hands. We have touch-free water refilling stations, so students can bring a water bottle and fill it up throughout the day so they don't have to use any kind of drinking fountain. We've updated our air conditioning units to have proper circulation in every classroom. We have hand sanitizer available in every classroom, both on a teacher desk and mounted on the wall for all students to access. And we have a limited sharing of materials such as textbook and laptops, so students can be using their own materials, and that way we keep everything clean and safe for all of our students.
Another question that we received was, will there be a 6th grade camp? So typically our camp is during November, around Thanksgiving time. This year we are looking to possibly pushing it forward to spring, so we will keep you updated as soon as we have more information about that.
Next question was about transportation services, and yes, next year there will be transportation services. Once we have a little more information, you'll be able to access that through our district website or during our pickup day in August that we'll talk about in just a few minutes. The other question was, what does our virtual academy look like? If you are a family that chose virtual learning for next year, that is still to be determined. We do know it's going to be 5 days a week. It will be a full day. It's going to look very different next year. We are not looking to continue the hybrid model. We have 98% of our students returning, a very small group of virtual learners. You will get an excellent education. However, we cannot at this time guarantee it's going to be a Suzanne teacher. We're working with the other middle schools to provide the best options for our virtual learners. The last thing, it's not a question on here, but one thing that I do want to share with our parents is that we talked a little bit about the weekly broadcasts that students get for information, but one of the great things that we do is every Friday we put out a challenger chat that will go to all of our families. It gives you great information about the club meetings, about sports tryouts. It basically it's a one-stop shop for you to see and preview the week ahead. And so every week we put something out just to keep everybody informed. And it's a great resource for all of our families.
Some important dates to remember are our student elective registration dates are May 11th through May 18th. Thursday, July 29th will be the 6th grade schedule pickup, textbook, Chromebook checkout, and school tours. Monday, August 2nd, we will have our 6th grade Challenger Camp, where we invite our 5th grade or incoming 6th grade students to campus, and we will have our leadership students do team building activities with them, give them a tour, just kind of get them familiarized with our campus. We will also have a parent informational meeting where I will just go over some of the most important things for you to know that happened in the 6th grade. And on Monday, August 9th is our first day of school.
We encourage you to also follow us on social media through Facebook, Twitter, and/or Instagram, where we post lots of pictures of what's going on campus, activities, things that are going on, and opportunities that are coming up. We let parents and students know what's happening on our site. In addition to that, there's a Google Classroom code posted here that we encourage your students to go and follow. Now, if they go to Google Classroom, which we're sure they're familiar with, if they enter that classroom code, they're entering into Mrs. Seves' upcoming 6th grade Google Classroom, where she's already starting to post very important and relevant topics for them to know.
We know there was a lot of information in this entire webinar, and if there's any questions that you still have, please feel free to email any of us. We're here for you. We're excited for our incoming 6th graders to join our Challenger family. We hope that, at least you got to see a part of what great things happen at Suzanne. So we are excited to see you during the registration process, and we look forward to seeing your students as a whole on August 9th.